right. So our next speaker is Marco Viher. You can either use that or use this. The big button advances. That one goes back.
So hello everybody. So I'm Marco Viher. I'm coming also from Slovenia. So I'm actually was working a little bit at the university. I'm a production manager at a orchid nursery. So we produce there around 2.2 million for orchids, and that is kind of a hobby behind. So I grow pawpaw plants mainly. I did a lot of special plants in the past, but beside the family, 4 kids and a farm, so yeah, that's running out of time. So we decided that we continue only with pawpaws. So I had a passion also to try to test and to research ways how to improve. So I will show here 2 examples. So one, it is hot callusing. So, and another thing it is what I also look for it. It's alignment with the lunar cycle. So there is an influence, everything has a cycle, so also if you catch the right cycle, it helps a little bit. So the challenge of grafting, it's for sure the formation of callus, which should be really growing strongly together to have a complete, perfect joint. And because then you don't have such a big risk of breaking at a grafting joint. So at the pawpaw, I had quite good result at grafting, but anyway, I decided to try that technique as well. So if I can improve a little bit, but mainly that technique is used at more difficult varieties. So like walnut, hazelnut, beech, and also some ornamentals, which are more difficult to graft. So what you do, you apply actually the heat to the grafting joint, and you keep the other parts cool. So at this way, you affect only those cells at the joint, and so you get quicker, stronger growing together. So compared to the other part of the plant, especially if you start grafting already in the winter time, so you get temperatures of, let's say, 8 degrees Celsius around the plant, and you then heat only the grafting union, so around 26 degrees Celsius. So that came actually from the US, and Lagerstad already in the 80s did the research and he patented. So later on, they did some more research, and Stramets did the research with a bigger operation of 1,200 feet long pipe where he had slots for thousands of plants. So at that time, the heat was provided with the warm water. But you can use different heating methods. So, like I said, warm water which circulates. Another system is with a heating cable. So what you do, you have the plants. You have the installation in the PVC pipe. So inside you have rather a pipe with running water or a heating cable. So around you have foam of some kind of insulation which protects the heat to escape outside. So they did some research also to cover it with moist sawdust, especially the roots and also the rest. So if you get higher air humidity, then also result is a bit better. But the buds should be exposed to the cold air. So then if it's too warm around, yeah, then the effect is not there. So for example, here you can see that's my installation. So I have inside also a pipe with water. So that's used actually as a buffer. So when you heat, you warm up also that water. And then when you stop heating, it's controlled automatically at the thermostat. So around 22 degrees Celsius is the minimum, then it starts heating, and at 24 or 23 it stops, and then it goes still the temperature a little bit up. But then the water in the pipe keeps the warmth inside. So the picture over there, it says 29.7. I turned it on before, so at the time I made the presentation, this it says that's the temperature in the greenhouse in the summer. So in the summer, this won't help because anyway, it's warm enough. Here I have some examples from Belgium and the Netherlands, where they have the same installations. So here, for example, they have using with a heating cable, and so this is Fagos beach variety. Then they have installation with warm water. So that's actually circulating water over the heater, what they use in farms. So in winter time, when it's dangerous that the water could freeze and damage the installation, they want water and run around. So that guy has it that way, and he has so the pots without, I mean, the young plants without pots, or you could use also bare-rooted plants. So then you heat it up, he covers it, and yeah, it's working pretty well. Only maybe here I can show, yeah. So his temperatures are lower, so he heats around 14 degrees Celsius. But I did it around 23 for Pawpaw. So there is another installation, which is also controlled with a heating cable. And so what it is, the advantage, yeah, you don't need a lot of space, especially if it's like this. He used just CC trolleys. He connected the installation over there, and you can cover it. You can practically do it even outside, I say. I didn't try, just on the field. So actually, for the very easy species, it's not really beneficial to do it, like for apple trees, cherries. But really a major breakthrough was for the difficult varieties, like walnuts, English or black walnut, hazelnut, and especially a lot of ornamental plants, difficult to graft varieties of conifers. So there you have really a better effect. So it can be really even from 30, you get to 70, or, okay, here in the graph I have from 50, it goes to 85. So it's really a big effect. And what is very important, I think, for Pawpaw, what I see, because already in 1 week, you get it grown together. So the Callus formation is there, and it's only, you have to be careful not to wait too long, because then if a bud is inside the installation, you can break it off. So it's really making a strong joint, especially at the varieties which are more difficult to graft. We know there are some of those around. This helps. But for the rest, which are very easy, that's not such a big difference. So if you control also the humidity, and terrace should also help, but okay, I use paraffin, so anyway it's closed, so you don't lose the humidity at the joint. But if you would try with other varieties, that's for sure could help as well. So it's a simple idea, and also I can say it's cheap. If you would heat the whole greenhouse to warm up the plants, this would cost a lot, especially those last years when the energy costs went up a lot. And like I said, for difficult varieties, it's really useful. And yeah, you apply the heat there where you need it, and you don't lose a lot. So there is another topic about alignment with lunar cycle. So we know everything is in the cycle, day cycle, year cycle, period cycle, and it has an influence on how things go. So let's say scientifically that is not really proven, but we know from the past already all the people, they were using that for cutting wood. For example, if they want to make roof, they knew at what time, what stage of the moon they should cut it, so the wood lasts longer. So there are different effects, we know. Okay, we know some people, they're walking around full moon, so it's affecting, and we see it's also bringing water around. So at the seasides, you see this. So the principle is used as biodynamic. Growers, they use it mainly, but it's also used for grafting. So I found some literature about this. And yeah, I try to organize my grafting and already collecting the wood alignment with it. So already I tried to collect the cyan wood at those times. What is helping? So if you look for time at waxing moon, near the full moon, then the sap goes up. And at that time, so also more energy is stored in the cyan wood. And then especially if you use the days of fruit, so like Arias, Leo, Sagittarius, then at those days, it is then collecting more energy, let's say, for later. So the sap flow is then stronger, and it's improving also the graft union. But if you're too late, then it's also, you can use ascending moon also on fruit days. So ideal times, it is important that you choose really the right days. It's also, but it's not only that. It's also, you can look for year to year, if it was a wet year or it's not so wet year. So if it was really drought before, better to wait for rain and do the cyan wood collection after the rain, because then it's really soaked out more. So it's really important that you look for everything, what's possible, and try to benefit from all the, let's say, cycles which are around us, so that which can help then. So I read out some words of Book of Corinthians. So each of us does the work which the Lord gave him to do. I planted the tree, the seeds. Apollos watered the plant, but it was God who made the plant grow. The ones who plant and the one who waters really do not matter. It is God who matters, because he makes the plant grow. So God bless you all on your work.
Thank you very much. So we'll do one question for Marco. I see a couple of hands up. We may have some more time for questions at the end.
Did you use Maria Toon's work to correlate your biodynamic stuff? In the lunar cycles, did you use the author Maria Toon's work? She's a German biodynamics person, has a calendar.
So her, Maria Thun and Steiner, they are actually developing that biodynamics. So I use the tool. So it is connected with what I'm doing, and yeah, it helps. But it's also, you can use this at production of vegetables or other things. Yeah.